Hello and welcome back to this course on Fundamentals of Human Geography. I am Abhilash Sundaram, and in this video we're going to talk about human geography, nature and scope. So let's get into it. So let's first start with the overview of geography as an academic discipline. So what is geography? Well, in the words of Immanuel Kant, a famous philosopher, geography is the study of where and why. The geographers like to organize their data spatially. The term geography was first coined by Eratosthenes, a Greek scholar, where geo means earth and graphy means description. So simply stating, geography is the scientific study of the earth and all the interactions happening on it. Reach of geography is extensive, but luckily for us, geography has been divided into two branches: physical geography and human geography. Physical geography focuses on the physical environment and natural processes such as weather, climate, landforms, plate tectonics, so on and so forth. Whereas in human geography, the emphasis is on human-centered topics like population, religion, languages, development and industrialization, and many more things. If physical geography is all about physical attributes and landscapes, then human geography studies how these attributes have impacted human culture and humanity as a whole. Fields of physical geography include climatology, geomorphology, environment management, oceanography, pedology, which is also called social science. Similarly, human geography entails cultural geography, population geography or demography, economic geography, transportation geography, and various more fields. For the next part, I want you all to get into your books. So let's get into it. So I want you all to look at this statement which says, you'll realize that geography got subjected to dualism. So what does dualism mean here? Here it means that two theories on the same subject which are often opposing in nature. In our case, one is which gives more importance to physical factors and the other is which gives more importance to human component, and that's how physical and human geography developed over time. But I also want you to look at this statement which says nature and human are inseparable elements and should be seen holistically, right? I'll give you an example. The way greenhouse gas emissions speed up global warming and the way global warming impacts humans is part of both physical and human geography, correct? That was a pretty long introduction, huh? Now we talk about the nature of human geography. So look into your books. Human geography studies the interrelationship between physical environment and socio-cultural environment created by human beings through mutual interactions with each other. Isn't that what we have studied so far, right? So there are various elements which are associated with physical geography. Some of them are landforms, soils, climate, water, natural vegetation, and diverse flora and fauna. Okay, and on the other hand, houses, villages, cities, road rail networks, industries, farms, ports, items of our daily use, these are all the elements of human geography which have been created by human beings. Before moving on to the next topic, I want you all to read this statement. While physical environment has been greatly modified by human beings, it has also in turn impacted human lives. So after studying our next topic, you'll be able to appreciate this line more. So let's move on to our next topic, naturalization of humans and humanization of nature. Alright, so humans have interacted with their physical environment with the help of technology. Technology indicates the level of cultural development of any society, and it is developed after better understanding of natural laws, right? For instance, by learning about optics, we created cameras because of which this video is possible, and through the laws of aerodynamics, we could create planes and fighter jets. With the help of technology, humans move from the stages of necessity to the stages of freedom. Now we'll learn about the three geographical theories, or also called three main schools of human geography, which interpret man-nature relationship in different ways. We'll start with determinism and possibilism together. Friedrich Ratzel is considered as the founder of new environmental determinism, though it existed before him. This theory states that the level of development of any group or nation is determined by physical environment. It considers humans as a passive agent and an environment as the critical factor in how people develop. This is what is naturalization of humans. For example, Central Africa supports this theory because of very hot climate and lack of resources. It is considered as one of the least developed regions in the world. It was a popular theory but got rejected in the academic circles on the grounds of supporting racism and colonialism, and this theory is also very limiting in nature. Possibilism, on the other hand, was advocated by Vidal de la Blache. This theory says the exact opposite, that environment may set limits on humans, but the level of development and culture is determined by the social conditions. Humans are the critical factor here and can dominate their environment. This is what is humanization of nature. For example, despite having very few resources, Switzerland is amongst the most developed countries in the world. This is the more liberal theory and got accepted worldwide, and this theory believes that human will is too powerful to be determined by the environment. Then came the third theory, Neo-Determinism, which was advocated and introduced by Griffith Taylor. This theory says that the possibilities can be created but within the limits which don't damage the environment, and humans can conquer nature by obeying it. For example, due to wrong agricultural practices in Punjab and Haryana, and even in Western UP, productivity is now reducing day by day in these regions. And not only productivity, even the groundwater levels are fast depleting. To sum it up, determinism gives an upper hand to the nature, whereas possibilism gives it to the humans, and neo-determinism is right in the center. Now we move on to the last topic of this chapter, which is human geography through the corridors of time and how it evolved with the passage of time, right? So human geography has its root in history. So we'll keep it short, otherwise this might turn into a history class. So it all started with the ancient Greeks in 2nd and 3rd BCE, who first started to think geographically. Eratosthenes was a Greek scholar who calculated the circumference of the earth with just a stick, and that too 1800 years ago. So during medieval Europe, 5th to 15th century, geography was suppressed due to various reasons. However, Islamic scholars continued to make progress, and source of information at that time was the accounts of travelers and explorers. Then came the age of discovery in the 15th century. Due to rise of colonialism in Europe, many lands previously unknown were discovered, and slowly the myths and mysteries about the world started to open up. Well, this is exactly how Britishers landed up in India and colonized it for the next 200 years. After 18th and 19th century came in a lot of new geographers through which geography got its modern credentials. People like Ratzel, Ellen Semple, Vidal de la Blache, Ellsworth Huntington, Griffith Taylor put forward many new theories like environmental determinism, possibilism, and neo-determinism. This is how human geography developed over time and has now gotten divided into numerous subfields as mentioned earlier in this video. And on that note, we complete the chapter. I hope you found this video useful. That's all for today. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.